Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty and super easy skirt wreath using rolls of burlap from Walmart. Stay tuned and I'm going to show you how to make it. Alright friends, let us get started. First off, you're going to need a foam wreath form. Now, what size do you need? It really shouldn't matter, but for me, I got a big one. I got a big one. This is the, can you see that? The 1.9 inch by 13.8 inch. And I got that at Joann's. So let's take the label off. I'll do that here in a second. Label police, come at me. Now I have some burlap. I have 3 colors. You use however many colors you want, okay? This burlap came from Walmart. So we'll take a look at the tag here and let's see the size. It is 5.5 inch. Now this is unwired, okay? 5.5 inch burlap. I have the green, the yellow, and the regular brown. So let's get this out of the way. The next thing you're going to need a bag of floral pins. I got this big old value pack. It was like $6.99, but it was on sale. Came from Hobby Lobby, but you could get these at Joann's, Michael's. I believe Walmart carries them as well. And this is what they look like. Okay, that's what they look like. So you're going to need a bag of those. Now for your burlap, I cut this piece because I was trying to see how long I needed to cut it. So I was playing around with this wreath frame and I cut this to 15 inches, okay? So let's get my measurer here. 15 inches, okay? 15 inches like so. Now, there's a trick to cutting burlap so that it won't fray as much. It's still going to fray a little bit, but you can keep it to where it won't fray as much. So you see all these little lines that run down? And you're going to be cutting this way. Please try to make sure to hold this as straight as possible and cut directly between this one and this one, okay? And then go straight between them. Don't like start to cut at an angle, because when you do that, that's when it starts to fray. You want to make double sure, and I had a blog post about this a little time ago, I believe. You want to make sure that you cut in between these two right here. So basically what we're going to do now is let's pick whichever side you want for the back of your wreath. Get out of the way. And we're going to just take one in here and then take one of your pins and just stick it straight down in there, okay? That's going to hold it in place. Let's get that. Get out of the way. So now we're going to take it. You can see what I'm doing. I'm coming over, I don't know, an inch and then another inch. And I'm just holding it like so. And you're just going to kind of fold it into a pleat like that, okay? Now, I call this a skirt wreath. Why? Because you're going to see here in a minute. Once we get our pieces of burlap on, it kind of flares out and it looks like a little skirt. That's what I call it, a skirt wreath. I was getting ready to say skirt steak. Let's make a skirt steak. All right, anybody got a cowl handy? So we come over from this fold, I don't know, about an inch, and then come over about another inch, hold that, and just fold it over into a little pleat like so. And then you're going to put in another pin. Okay, and try to keep it as straight as possible. I mean, I know sometimes doing stuff like this, when this is rounded, it's kind of difficult. But anyway, I'm just going to come over from this fold, come over about an inch, and then about another inch over here, and just fold it over just a little bit. Don't worry if this is perfect. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because I just recently saw a wreath in a store, and it was labeled skirt wreath. And, it looked like crap. So I'm like, well, let me see if I can't do that. Okay, make another little pleat. Now I'm just going to work my way all the way around to the back of the wreath and use up this piece of burlap. Okay, so I've got the yellow piece on, and this is what it looks like. And this is what's called a skirt wreath, because look at that. It looks like a little skirt. How cute is that? I think it's adorable. But anyway, now I think what I'm going to do is layer the yellow, brown, green, brown. You know, just alternate the colors like that. Well, I think I'm going to do. But anyway, let's flip it back over to the back here. And now you want this to overlap this a little bit, okay? So that you can actually see the colors. So I think right there is good. Okay, let's get another pin and pin that down, okay? And now we're going to do the same thing with this piece that we did with this, just making our little pleats. So listen, yes, I did take a break this past week from filming because my little boy, well, my oldest little boy, he just turned 13 not too long ago. He's like very quiet, painfully shy. He wants to be a YouTuber so bad, right? And I told him that I would help him to get a channel set up for him, you know, just to try to teach him the ropes of, you know, YouTube and how to go about it. I wish I would have had somebody to teach me when I got started. I'm trying to teach him. So we did a music channel together. As of right now, he's given me the ideas. I am making the videos and laying down the music tracks and everything. But if you would you please check that out and hit the subscribe button? He hears me talking about the trolls online all the time. So, you know, he's kind of afraid to put himself out there. But he got so excited the other day when he got a handful of subscribers. He was just smiling from ear to ear. But anyway, keep in mind, this is a child. So, no negative comments, okay? I'm trying to teach him that there is good in the world, too. All right, so now you can see how this looks. All right? So now I'm going to cut a green piece and layer it, and then go back with the brown. Like I said, yellow, brown, green, alternating it like that. And I'm going to go all the way around the wreath. And then we'll see what we do when we get back over here. We just have to flip this up a little bit, and it'll be a little bit difficult maybe to work with it, but we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to work on this, and I'll be back. Alrighty, so this is what I have. And as far as having burlap left over, I have a decent amount. So for each one of the colored ones, I have this much left over. And for the brown roll, I have this much left over. Because we all know that the standard color of burlap always has a lot more on the roll than the other ones do. So now, as you can see right here, I've kind of left this open. Why? Because I'm going to be putting these little lemon picks there and a bow. And there's going to be a lot of bulk right here, okay? And I just wanted, you know, kind of like a little gap, a little space. We all need space. A little space right here where I could start attaching things and, you know, it wouldn't be so big and bulky. But anyway, these little picks here were like 97 cents. I got them at Walmart. I've got a handful actually. And I want to try to cut these up as far as I can. There we go. Without actually, you know, cutting everything apart. And how am I going to fasten these down? I'm going to use these floral pins. So let me cut these apart and we'll start sticking them down. Okay, so I've got all those cut apart. Now let's take a look at the bow. Now when I made the bow, of course, I put a piece of wire through the back. And I made this bow, using some of this leftover Easter ribbon from Walmart. It's 2.5 inches wide. This is my easy no-tie bow. I showed y'all a bunch of times how to make this bow. But if you don't know how, look in the description box. And I'll also pin a comment with a link to this bow video where I show you step-by-step how to make it. But anyway, I want to put this bow like on this little empty spot here. And then I'm going to have the greenery right here. Right there. All right. Get over there. So that looks good. Right here. Okay. So now I'm just going to take some of these pins and we're just going to stick them down like so. We'll kind of turn this one just a little bit. Let's get another one. Now let's stick that right there. And I'm going to put a few of these pins in here, okay? Let me do that. And I've got 2 more, so a total of 4 of these picks. All right, so the bow and the greenery are stuck down. And like I said, I have a handful of these, so I just take some of the extra leaves. These are glued on. Some of them are glued on. And let's see where we want this. I just put like a blob of glue right in there. And then let's trim this off right quick. Hurry, Emma, before the glue hardens up. And I just tuck it down in there and just glue it in place like so. And it just fills in that little spot. And then just take your bow and just place it over. See? Covers it right on up. So I'm going to do one here as well. And that will be that. So let me get all this spread around. Spread apart. That doesn't really sound right. Spread them. So let's fluff up our bow. You can leave the bow flat. That's what I like about this style of bow. You can leave it flat or you can fluff it up and it looks good either way. So I'm going to work on this, make it look nice. You've seen it at the beginning of the video, but stick around. And I'm going to have another picture for you at the end of the video. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, if you would, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I'll talk to y'all later.